Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Art of Creation Homestead. My name is Jason. We're in the kitchen. It's fall, right? Weather's cooling down. We just did a chili recipe video a couple weeks ago, and well received. I enjoyed eating it as well. So today we've got another chili recipe for you today, but it's a different one. It's probably my favorite style of chili, to be honest with you, because it's so delicious and so flavorful. It's a white chicken chili. Angela Kay's over here at the stove, and let's take you over to her, and she can tell you how to get it done, okay?
Now, if you haven't had white chicken chili, this is not like your typical chili. If you tend to have trouble with chili, like your stomach has trouble with it, this one's the chili for you.
Yeah, full better.
In this pot, I'm using an enamel cast iron Dutch oven. Like I've told you when I make soups before, it's the best for making soup. But you can just use a stock pot. I have about a half cup of onion and 3 very large boneless, skinless chicken breasts that I've cut into small bite-sized pieces, just small cubes. And I've got that sauteing in about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And to this, I've seasoned it really good with salt and pepper. Now I'm going to add about 2 teaspoons of granulated garlic. Because you can use fresh garlic, but because you are putting it in now to impart the flavor into the chicken, fresh garlic would have a tendency to burn. So I'm choosing to use granulated garlic because you do not want that burnt garlic flavor. But you want, as the chicken sautés and browns, you want that garlic flavor to start imparting into the chicken. That's why you want to put it in so early, and you want to put the onions in with the chicken so all the flavors come together much better. Now our chicken is no longer pink. It's pretty much done. It's okay if it's not fully done, but you want it most of the way done. But we need to add some more spices. So to this, we are going to add about a generous teaspoon and a half of cumin.
That was very generous.
Yes.
That was beyond generous. But cumin's really good in this.
Yes.
So 2 teaspoons of cumin.
I will say between 1.5 and 2. It depends on your taste.
Depends on how you like it, yeah.
Depends on your taste. We tend to really love cumin around here. And because you're not putting chili powder in this.
Exactly.
That is basically your flavoring.
Yep. That and this.
And I will go very generous on this as well. We love oregano here. And if you've never had oregano with cumin and garlic, you're missing out.
Yeah.
So I would say 1.5 to 2 teaspoons. And you want to grind it between your hands so that it opens the oils back up. And you want to do this with any dried spice because it will open the oils back up and you will get much more flavor than if you just sprinkle it in. Now we are going to add 2 4-ounce cans of mild chopped green chilies. Now you don't want to drain them. You want all that liquid in there because that's part of what will give you the flavor. Get a smaller spoon to get all those out of there. Because they're packed in there very tight. I'm going to have to get a smaller spoon to get those out of there. Okay, now we've got all of our chilies in there and stirred it around really good. Now we're going to add 3 15-ounce cans of Great Northerns. You can use Great Northerns or Navies. Either one will work. Honestly, those 2 beans can be used interchangeably a lot.
Even cannellinis could have been used in this if you wanted.
You can, but they're a little firmer.
Okay.
They're a little bigger and a little firmer.
I got you.
That's a lot of goodness right there.
Yeah, it smells so good.
It smells really good. Now, as I've taught you before, I've added a lot of ingredients in here that aren't seasoned.
Yeah, especially the beans.
So you want to add a good couple of pinches of salt and some pepper. And I may even go back later when I can taste it, but right now the chicken isn't fully cooked, so I don't trust it to taste it yet. So I may even go back later and add some more cumin and oregano. It depends on how things taste when I taste it. But right now we are going to add 2 cups of chicken stock. And you want to use that to help deglaze the bottom of your pot. So kind of scrape the bottom of your pot to get up any of the flavor that's on there, because any of that brown that's on the bottom of your pot is just flavor. So now you want to let this cook until your chicken is done, which will take probably about 20 minutes, 20-25 minutes for your chicken to get fully done. You want to bring it to a nice bubble. You don't want to let it cook on medium high the whole time. You want to bring it to a nice bubble, and it's already starting to bubble really good. Then you want to knock your heat back to about medium low so that it's just simmering. And you can put a lid on it, or you don't have to. It doesn't matter if you put a lid on it or not. A lot of times I will put a lid on it because it will cook better with a lid on it. But if you put a lid on it, knock your heat down lower, because it's going to trap in more heat, and it's going to more likely come to a more harsher bubble than you want it to. This has been cooking for about a half an hour or so, and it's smelling delicious. I have tasted it at this point and added a little bit more salt and pepper, which you'll probably need to add a little bit more salt and pepper later because of all the stuff we're adding now. Now, to this we are going to add about a generous cup and a half of sour cream. Makes it nice and creamy. But at this point, when you start adding this stuff, do not turn your heat up, because it will curdle. When you add sour cream, it will curdle. And what I mean by curdle, you'll get all these little beads of sour cream.
Break the sauce, right?
And it's going to look broken. It's not going to be smooth and creamy, and you want this to be smooth and creamy. Yeah. So do not turn your heat up at this point. So you want to stir that until it's most of the way stirred in, and then we are going to add about 3/4 of a cup to a cup of heavy cream. Depends on how much you want, basically. It depends on how creamy you want it. That is completely up to you. You do need to add heavy cream, but it's up to you how much you want to add. Yeah. We like ours nice and creamy.
Oh, absolutely.
And at this point, you just let it cook. You want to taste it. It's very important to taste it at this point, because all of those cream-based things, the sour cream, the heavy cream, it's all going to take away seasoning. So you want to taste it, because you can't, if you need to add cumin or oregano or anything like that, you can't add it at the very end, because it's not going, the flavors aren't going to meld together. So you'll have to add it very soon after doing that. But I had you to season heavily for a reason. Yeah. That way you probably won't have to add anything like that later. If you have to add anything else, it'll be salt, pepper, and maybe some more granulated garlic, but most of the time you don't even need that. Just usually some salt and pepper. So you want to let this cook until it's nice and warm.
Look at that beautiful bite. So delicious. Full of beautiful big flavors. It's totally different than a red chili. And it's so, again, to me, it's more flavorful. Well, not more flavorful, just more enjoyable flavors to me. And it is fantastic. Again, just put crackers in it. Since Angel's already added sour cream and cream to it, you don't need to add that to it. Really don't need to add cheese to it or anything. Just put some crackers in it and just eat and enjoy. And it's so delicious and tasty. Now this is probably going to be, again, 2 nights for me and Angela. But it's actually more enjoyable that way, because cook once, eat twice. Right, so it's perfect for this time of year, and it's a nice spin on chili. So thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. My name is Jason. That's Smart One. Her name is Angela. Okay, this is Art of Creation Homestead. We love you all. God bless you and goodbye.